What's going on, guys? So today's video is going to be hopefully an interesting one for you. In front of us we have my father's 2021 Ford Escape plug-in hybrid. In front of it we have his 2019 new to him Thor Freedom Elite Class C motorhome with the Ford E350 cutaway chassis and the V10 powertrain. So if you've been watching the videos that we've been producing on this combination, you've probably seen where we've installed things like the etrailer tow bar assembly, the rock tamers on the back, the ready brake, this assembly back here to hold a spare tire because he didn't have one originally, the front mounting brackets and the base for the Ford Escape so you can actually flat tow it, and several of the other necessary required accessories in order to make like the brake lights work, the turn signals work, all of that. If you are interested in this topic, go back and check out those videos because this is essentially where it gets you to the point to where you have to connect your tow vehicle or towed to the back of your motorhome. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But before we do that, are there any things necessary when it comes to prepping the Escape so it's capable of being flat towed? Because there's a lot of vehicles that you have to go through several steps before you can safely flat tow it.
Once you have it connected to the motorhome, then you want to roll the Escape back to lock the tow bars in place. And at that point you'll put it in tow mode, flat tow mode, and that's done through the menus on the screens in the Escape. It's about 4 steps, and that frees up the steering and it allows the Escape to roll freely behind the motorhome.
Okay, great. So we're going to dive into the connection process. Hang tight, I'll be right back.
First I'm going to extend the tow bar out, extend the telescoping arms out, but not all the way till they lock. Then I'll have a range that I can move the Escape into. It gives me about 18 inches to play with to bring the Escape in close enough that I can use the telescoping tow bars to connect to the brackets on the Escape. Too far, that's what happens. You can't go all the way out yet. You do that after you're connected. You back the car away until they lock.
Okay.
And now,
These are the actual pins that will connect these tow bars to those brackets right up there.
Yep. Now I want to get to about here with the car.
Okay.
As centered as possible.
Okay, so what he's going to do now that he has the pins in place, he's going to pull the Escape back until the pins come all the way out, or these tubes pull all the way out, and they lock in place. There you go. They both locked.
Yep. No longer. Good call on your part.
Okay, so he'll have to make one modification to the ready brake cable, which essentially goes from that piece right there, that little lever arm, to the front of the vehicle, which actuates the brakes on the vehicle. It's a little bit too short, so he's going to have to add about 4 inches to that. Okay, so let's connect power though. Let's get that part in place so we can go ahead and demonstrate that. Okay. Is that what that's there for?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Alright, so aside from the ready brake cable, this is what it looks like, right?
Yep.
This is all set up. There's your pivot point right there. And then the ready brake, the way that works is as the vehicle, or as the RV slows down and the vehicle presses up against it, or your towed vehicle, it's going to put pressure on this assembly right here, which causes that lever arm to go up. And when it goes up, it pulls on that cable and it initiates the brake inside of the Ford Escape. So pretty cool setup, and it enables him to have braking in the Escape. He has the cable right here, which is going to give him his brake lights and turn signals, which is really nice. Actually, the brake lights will actuate with the ready brake, but the turn signals are over that cable, which plugs into the 7-way connector. Okay, so we are back with the newly shortened cable, and it looks perfect. Very good. And the only thing that's missing is the chains need to be, or the cables right here, need to be extended a little further to hook up, like maybe 8 inches further to hook up to the back of the RV, which we don't have any extensions right now, so you're probably gonna have to go run and grab some extensions. Or you can hook to the chains that I have temporarily, but they're gonna drag. So we grabbed a couple pieces of chains that I have. Gonna go ahead and hook these up to see if they fit. I'll tell him later that you should always hook it from the bottom, but this is just his test run. Thankfully they're pretty large chains, so you can hook the clip around them. Okay, we're hooked up. Time for a test run. Okay, so before he takes off, he's gonna check the brake lights, which the running lights are already on. Brake lights work. Turn signal works. Right side turn signal works.
You gotta go to main menu, settings, select
Neutral tow, there it is.
neutral tow, hold OK to initialize.
Place vehicle in neutral. Oh,
I had stress on it because I pulled neutral tow engaged, turned the ignition off for towing.
there you go. That's pretty simple. Didn't have to disconnect anything major. Just turned off the electric motors and freed up the wheels so that they can be flat towed. Okay, here he goes. First time flat towing with his new to him Thor Freedom Elite. Towing his 2021 Ford Escape plug-in hybrid. Here he goes. Nice and quiet setup. My wife flagged us down because my dad left the cargo hatch open on the passenger side, so he's running around to close that real quick. But we will give you any updates on how this works. And so far, everything looks really good. And he is ready to rock and roll. So he's going to take it for a quick test run for a little bit to see how the whole setup feels. He'll be back in about 30 minutes, he says. But this has been an interesting series of videos for sure. All ending with the RV finally being able to tow the 2021 Escape. Anyways, guys, we will put all this information in the description of this video if this is something you're interested in, especially if you plan on getting a motorhome and wanting to tow a vehicle behind it. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.